Starts. I just wanted to say, first of all, how are you liking, episode one and the pilot episode of my, Plastic Army Men? Like it? Did not like it? The first one got 300 views, which is good. And then the second one I just uploaded, so we'll just see. The next one is, forgive me for not pulling out Samurai Week videos because there's some actual things I need to talk about. For example, this video right now, and but also I didn't have the time to do it because I was also busy doing the Plastic Army Man video that was supposed to be up on YouTube Shorts, and I'm sorry for that. But it will be maybe next week. But I promise you, after this video, like two more videos I'm making, then we'll start with Samurai Week. All right, that's the reason. I think I'm done for it. I know what I said. There's no Samurai Week for this video, but we have bigger fish to fry, or as I say, a bigger dog to shock. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much, but I'm guessing you know by the title right now and through the amount of videos that happened. So today's subject is a man by the name of Hassan Piker. Now this is one of those things again. I had to some similarities. So this guy reminds me of Ian Hecox. Let me just like again the same similarities. Ian Hecox, Hassan Piker, Ian Hecox, Hassan Piker. Except the hair is a bit curly instead of Ian's hair. He's a bit Okay, so they look similar. Ian Hecox and Hassan Piker almost a bit. It's kind of uncanny. But that's not the topic right now. We're not talking about Smosh. We're talking about the shock Smosh. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna rip the band-aid out of you immediately, and I'm gonna say it right now. Recently, a video that's been on Twitch, I don't know with Twitch or on Kick. Also, please follow my Twitch.com. It's Twitch. I do stuff. The zeros are O's. So, anyways, Hassan Piker, also known as I don't know, he has a different name, Hassan Abi. And he is a political YouTuber and a political streamer, which is probably one of the saddest things in life you could do, because political YouTuber, I'm pretty sure that's one of the most stressful things you could do in life. There's better things you could do, but all power to him, I guess, if it brings him joy, or he just likes being angry, I guess. Anyways, let's not talk about his job. Politics aside, because this is not about politics. So during this stream, about maybe a few hours or something, Hassan was talking about, I don't know, whatever he's talking about these days. And then at one time that his dog was jumping out of his bed or something, and he allegedly looks down there and then did something, looks down there, and then shocked his dog, allegedly. So for bigger evidence, let's put down evidence number one.
Consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. You're being such a baby. It's just making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
There's a lot to unpack right there, but first of all, I need to please apologize to the YouTube algorithm god to tell them that please don't take down this video because of a swear word that Hassan Piker said. Please, I just cannot censor it. Forgive me. So, anyways, yeah, there's a lot to discuss here. Evidence one. While his dog was coming out of his bench or bed or something, while he was talking about, I don't know, destruction or something. He's from Thanos. The dog comes down, and Hassan Piker gets mad for him moving, and he looks down like he's reaching for a gun, like, yes, officer, I'm reaching for my wallet, and then he just shocks it for shocking his dog, and then the dog screeches a bit, and then he goes back to his place right there. Now, what makes this scene a lot way funnier is that a lot of people become professionals of looking at what just happened. Obviously, Hassan Piker was reaching out for something right down under his bench while he was talking about whatever he's talking about. And then while the dog was down, and he said, Kaya, please, that's the name of the dog. He went down, and then he comes back up and he screeched, ah! and then he sits back. Obviously, there is some suspicious things going on there, so I'm gonna have to put on my, investigation glasses. Now, you're gonna see it again through my glasses because you go find out that's way better. Let me just.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just
Sorry, I had to
stop.
bleep that.
Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Alright, I've rewinded the video, and due to my analytics, there is something suspicious going on there. So a lot of people will immediately start defending Hassan, saying that that he told them that his dog was having I don't know, some kind of problems with her nails when he gets down and he gives her nails. But that's not the case. You see, because the dog went down. So we need to think of timing here. Kaya went down, and then suddenly Hassan, for some reason, because he just moved, he said, "Kaya, please stop." And then he then looks down, and then he presses something under there on his left side of his screen, and then Kaya gets a bit stuttered, and then he went back. So obviously the argument of her nails getting hit by the table or whatever in the floor, it is a absolute empty bologna sandwich argument, because there is a lot of evidence that and a lot of timing that he literally just was mad at Kaya for moving, just turning around, and then he immediately went AWOL and go angry because he just moved. Now hold on for a second. Let me just get it out of topic first for a second. Now, obviously, he was mad for moving. Now here's the thing I wanted to say: whether he not did allegedly shock his dog or he didn't, he was mad. Okay, he was mad at there when he said, "Kaya, please just do something," and then presses something there under his bench that made Kaya go back. Now, obviously, as a pet owner, if you do own pets, I used to, you would not scream at your dog for just moving. And I know why, because in Hassan's stream, as far as I know, Hassan Biker stream, that he uses his dog for everything. He displays it right there. It's for like eye candy. He just puts his dog right there, and how many long periods of time, for my extended knowledge of what I've heard. Now, of course, if the dog wanted to move, he can move whenever he wants. He can't be like a display thing just for him to get views by the dog. Now, the thing I'm mad about him is not because just about the shock collar he has, but also he was mad for the dog for literally doing nothing. All it does is just moves around, and that's really not sure something to be mad at, because that's all the dog wanted. Maybe he was just uncomfortable, and he shouldn't be mad because of that. And if your dog was screeching like that, you should definitely look around. When I have a pet, if my pet was like screeching for a bit like that, I would immediately turn 180 and go, "What's that?" And then rushes over there and like, "Something wrong, Kaya," or something. That would definitely be my response if that would happen, because that's how you should do when you have a pet or you have a dog. A lot of things you can say about if you own a pet, if you don't respond immediately, but if that dog or that pet immediately screech for some reason and you don't come there, or you are the cause of the pet screeching or jumping, I think you need to reevaluate yourself and see if you can be responsible with pets.
The not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet. Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
His response is a bit suspicious to me because, like you said, he clipped himself on the bed, I guess. But because you literally be mad at him when he went down, and then Kaya, and then when you're looking at down here, the evidence is stacked on you, Mr. Hassan Piker. You cannot, objection out of this because it's just too much evidence. It all aligns together. You probably made a fatal mistake here. A little hiccups in your plans here. Now this was like 2 days ago, and maybe this was tomorrow because my time difference is way longer than you. And the next day, after that whole shebang thing, Hassan Piker probably saw Twitter that he has been canceled or something for animal abuse because he has shocked his DOJ. And to clear it up, that he pulled out the next day evidence of him not actually, shock collaring his dog. He showed the collar that Kaya wore, and put down the evidence in the table here.
One that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. Capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Happy? There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost, you are able to, it emits a sound.
I want to ask again for the YouTube algorithm master, please do not take down my video just because Hassan swear. I would never swear in my video. Yeah, I would never ever swear in my video. But anyways, yeah. He brought in the evidence in the bag and he's showing, take a look at this. As you can see, there's nothing in the collar. All it does is press this thing to vibrate, and also it also has a flashlight and a tracker and a heat-seeking trader missile, and also like a track. It also has a spawn beacon to help him. So this is a tactical collar that I bought him because I love my dog. See, guys, I'm not bad. I'm innocent.
Kaya doesn't wear a collar. There are days where she wears a different collar. Okay. In and of itself, doesn't actually work in the way that you think it does. Okay. This is the flashlight. Okay. And this is when it vibrates.
Okay, I guess the evidence is shown that Mr. Hassan Piker here is innocent. We will take away that 4 years of cancellation from him. It will be fine. But the thing is about the internet that some people don't believe it. Now soon I probably won't believe it because the first thing with the evidence is he immediately gets mad for Kaya just moving out of his bed just a little bit, and then he screeches when he looks down. So that is the timing of the timing is really good evidence to me that tells him that he did something. Now here's the thing about the collar. A lot of people are starting to become investigators of this thing. So would I. So let's talk about this collar, shall we? So the collar is the Educator ET 300 Mini Dog Training Collar, as I found. I guess this is what the collar that everyone is talking about on the internet. Now, according to here, that the collar that Mr. Hassan Piker has that says, that doesn't have a shock thingy or, a electrical shock prong in the collar. So in the photo that he did show that the collar has no prongs. For those who don't know, the prongs are supposed to stick in the neck or something, so it emits the electricity. There were no prongs in the shock collar. However, people speculated this and looked way deeper and using some kind of FBI super secret high pixel mode, hacking tracker device that shows that Mr. Hassan Piker actually put a piece of duct tape or like electrical tape on the prong so nobody could see it. Example number 1, this image here that shows that the piece of tape that was supposed to be in there, a piece of sticky tape there in the prongs, and you might know that he might put it there because he's trying to, take away the evidence. The reason why I believe this is because he has the amount of time to, to formulate this kind of idea, his evidence to his own hands. Because it happened a day before after, and then once he realized, oh shoot, I shocked my dog, and then people on the internet are probably gonna notice. I need to have full proof evidence there, so let me just put some tape on the shock collar, and so a bit of editing there, so make sure that nobody could see it. And then the next day he shows his evidence. Boom, the glove doesn't fit, sir. The glove does not fit. he has clearly enough room to take out the evidence of this, that the shock collar is taped out so nobody could see it, and that's just probably the biggest low here, biggest piece of evidence here. Like I said, timing is important. The way the time that Kaya went down and he got mad and then looked down and then Kaya went up and get back to his bed. It is a solid evidence that something had happened to Kaya that made him a bit scared to go down from her bed and then go back. The second one is obviously the prong thing on the shock collar that it is taped. It could have been taped in a few 24 hours, which is probably another big evidence. Alright, detective mode and lawyer mode is off here. So what have we learned today here? Well, obviously we cannot fully tell that Mr. Hassan Piker has actually shocked his dog, and even though he didn't, like I say, I'm going back to the end here. Regardless if you shock the dog or vibrate his collar or anything to train her, I would never think that shocking a dog or giving punishment, probably like torturing or abusing the dog to train him, isn't such a good idea, because it's animal abuse. You shouldn't be doing it, and even though you were mad at him, even though you didn't, let's say you didn't, shock the dog, Mr. Sandpiker, you still were mad at her just by going down the bed for absolutely doing nothing. It's literally just me scratching my head in the back because it itches, and then you're going to be mad at me. That is not something you should be mad at Kaya. Okay, so that's all I have to say there. I don't have a dog owner here, but as someone who likes who's not abusing animals, Mr. Piker does. I'm not saying he does. I say allegedly. So yeah, that's all I had to say about Mr. Hassan Piker's situation. So if you have a pet, please treat them well and be kind to him. You do not need a shock collar. You do not need to be mad at the dog for just being, moving to one place to another. And most importantly, if your dog screeches, you should definitely look immediately and ask what's wrong. That is an important thing as a pet owner if you are one. So yeah, that's about it. Be kind to animals, I guess, and don't. I bet the things don't happen to this anymore. To Kaya. Hope Kaya is okay. See ya.